What's going on, guys? This is AO from AO&JO Photography. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the bell so you can get notifications. Today we're going to be talking about what we take with us to a wedding day. We shoot photo and video, so what's in our camera bag is a little different than the typical photographer. So first we'll start off with my wife's bag. She's the main photographer. So we use mag mod. So we have the mag bounce, the mag spear. She has the Sony A7R III, but we're recording with that. Also the 24-105, we're also recording with that. She uses the 30mm for macro shots. This is an APS-C lens, so we use it in crop mode, so we only get about 18 megapixels for still images, but we find that's good enough for ring shots. We use the 70-200 2.8 G Master lens. We'll use this for ceremony, first dance, and sometime the family pictures. This is my wife's go-to lens for the ceremony. The reason for that is she doesn't have to be up close where the action is going on. She can be at the back of the aisle, zoom in at 200mm and get tight shots. This allows us to get both photo and video and stay out of each other's way by using that focal range of the 70-200. If you're using like a 50mm or 35mm for the ceremony, you just have to get up too close to the bride and groom to get tighter shots. If you go to that 70-200, you can get those same shots, but you can be back off from a distance where people can't see you and you don't like cause attention to yourself during the ceremony. For bride and groom prep, we use the ZEISS 55mm f1.8. It's one of Sony's sharpest lens. I really like it because it's nice and light, but still gives me the same image quality as my old Canon 50mm 1.2. And this is probably one of my favorite lenses from the Sony system. It's the 85 1.8 G Master lens. We'll use this for all our portrait pictures, definitely the bride and groom pictures, and sometimes even bridal party pictures. But with the bridal party, you have to move a lot, so the 70-200 will allow us to get the shots quicker and save less time versus moving a lot with the 85mm prime. Pro tip, and I learned this from In His Image Photography. My wife used to use that Sony 85 1.8 lens versus the G Master, and the main reason was when she wanted to change her aperture, she had to change it on the lens versus the body. But In His Image Photography showed me where if you put it to the A, that means automatic. Now you can change the aperture of the lens right on the camera body, just like your other lenses. This is some more of our mag mod stuff. We have our gels, our grids. We use Godox flashes. We have the new X Pro trigger for Sony. And then I only got one battery in there for her. With the Sony A7R III system, these batteries are great. She probably won't even need the second battery, but we just have it in there just in case. Then we also have the Godox speed light. We really like this one. It fires really fast and it doesn't have to use AA batteries, so we don't have to charge all those extra batteries now. And then in the back part of her bag, I got the Peak Design camera strap. She doesn't like it, she doesn't really use it. I just have it there just in case. For tomorrow she needs it because I may or may not be with her, because I'll be getting like shots of the room and stuff like that when she's doing the family picture, so she may need to put her camera on the strap so she can direct people and do all that stuff without putting her camera on the ground. This is my bag. This is new Manfrotto camera backpack. It's the Cinematic Pro. I really like it because you can store a gimbal fully assembled here on the side. And then it's just really, you know, it holds everything I need. And with the roller bags that we used to use, you know, when we did like weddings that were outdoors or you had stairs, it was really hard to roll that bag through a grass field or upstairs. With this, it's gonna be on my back, and I can just carry it wherever we go. Sony A7R III for me, and got my 16mm f1.4 by Sigma. It is a crop sensor lens, but you know, it's really sharp, gives you nice bokeh. In the crop mode, you can watch my 16mm video about that. Two A6500 camera bodies for the ceremony and for the first dance and toast. This is our only Canon EF mount lens. This is a 24-70 Tamron f2.8 with the MC11 adapter. I mean, it works really well. We use it for our unmanned camera. We are looking to sell this and pick up the Tamron 28-75 for Sony E-mount, so we can get the video autofocus. I'm gonna be using the 85mm f1.8. We got the 18-105. It's another crop sensor lens. This is an f4, but I use it on the gimbal because when I zoom in and out and go from 18 to 105, the barrel doesn't extend, so I'll maintain perfect balance on my gimbal. It allows me to get wide or tight shots on the gimbal. I'll be using the 50mm Sony f1.8 for our bride prep and groom prep shots, and even some detail shots. This is my new lens filter bag. I actually just wear this on the side of me, so I can always have my filters on me. So when we're going from inside to outside, I can put the filter on, maintain that 50 of a shutter, so I can get that cinematic look. And then I also have polarizers on my filters, so I can get that nice deep blue sky. So I have the ND and then the polarizer in the front of it. Now I'll adjust that accordingly to get rid of reflections or to also get a nice deep blue sky. We have some Sony batteries, and then we also have the Wasabi batteries. The first batch of Wasabi batteries that we got, they did not work. We used them at a wedding. I didn't test them out. And in the middle of groom prep, it said this battery is incompatible with your system, and the camera turned off. So I took those out right away and we didn't use them the rest of the day. Well, I called Wasabi and I got their second batch of batteries, and these are perfectly fine. We've been using them for about 2.5 weeks now. No problems. They hold the same charge. They last the same length of time. They're great. I'll put those right here in this part of the bag. Then I also got some spare batteries for the A6500. And then we also will have the Wasabi dual charger for the Sony batteries. I don't think we need this, but this is just in case, because we do only have like 3 or 4 batteries. But I think our last wedding, I think I barely used a second battery even when shooting video. That is definitely one of the most beneficial things going from the A7R, coming from the 6500 and A7R2 to the A7R3 is the battery life. I mean, we're using like 1 battery to 2 at the max on a wedding day versus using 5, 6, 7 batteries on the 6500 series or the A7R2 series. For the video, I actually have this, I think it's mica extension tubes. The nice thing about these extension tubes is autofocus works for photography and video. So check those out. I got this from Daniel Schiffer. He's a great YouTuber. He talked about this on his YouTube channel. I'll put a link to his video in the description. Great video about how to use these, and I mean the image quality is great, the video quality is great. Definitely pick this up. My Rode Video Mic Pro. These are my recorders for the groom, the officiant. I have one of the Sony recorders on me right now. I use a Tram TR50 and then the B3, the Countryman B3 mics. My Tascam DR40, my lens blower and cleaner. So we can get the DR70. I got the DR70. We'll use that for the toast. Also audio for the ceremony. Has 4 XLR inputs. Spin this around. I'll put my gimbal in there. You do have to take the foot off, the tripod foot. And then I typically, actually I'm gonna just leave it like that. So it slides right into here. These are power banks. We'll plug that into our cameras for the ceremony so we don't run out of power. We have the SM58 UR2 microphone. It's wireless, all built in. We'll give the DJ this mic so we can get crystal clear audio. Just throw that in right in there. UR2 transmitter, super small. This is what we give the DJ. We put it to a splitter so we can split the signal. Got my Aperture MX light. Great light, super bright. It's amazing. You can change the color temperature. You can make it brighter or dim it. You can switch this over, and now you can change the color temperature of it, which is really cool. This does charge with USB-C cable, so I'll keep that in there with me if I do need to charge it up. Comes with this nice case, and what I do is just clip it right to the front of it. The DR40, and put that on the side over here. So that's everything in my bag, and like I said, this Manfrotto Cinematic camera backpack is great. It is a little heavy, but I can carry it with me everywhere, and all my gear will be in there with me. My second shooter is gonna be shooting on an A6500. This is Sal Sankata bag. He's a great wedding photographer. She's gonna be using the 18-105. She has is a 50mm, but I'll put a mic in there for her. all my second shooters shoot on my memory card, so I'll put the memory card in here for her. I don't know how many batteries she has, but I'm just gonna put spare batteries in there for her, so I know she's good to go. And then this is her power bank and that setup for the ceremony and for the toast. Aperture M9 light, I'll just clip that on the side for her. So that's what's in our camera bags. We also will carry a big roller bag for our tripods, monopods, light stands. For lighting, we use the Practilite 602 and the Aperture 120D. So this is the Aperture 120D. Fresnel attachment on it. That way I can spot and flood the light for the reception. You just unloosen this up right here and you can spot and flood it. For the dancing shots, what I'll do is I'll put it in the corner and I'll flood it so I can kind of light the whole center of the dance floor. But when we do toast, I'll put it further away and I'll spot it so the light's just falling on the person giving the speech. And then over here, I got this little clamp from Cheetah Stand. It's for a battery pack for a speed light, but I put this on here, and then this is how I hold the light on there. Because I usually just put this little holder like on one of these knobs, but this is a lot easier. I put zip ties around it. I put this little clamp on it, and now when I want to go mount this V-mount battery on a light stand, I just clip it there. But I am looking for someone who can make like a 3M mold or something, where I could have like something that can go around this, clamp onto this battery, and then I could glue this to the back of it or something, and then I can literally just drop it in there versus having the zip ties. I used to have the Phantom 3, loved it, the Professional, but I upgraded to the Mavic. I actually like the footage better from the Phantom 3 Pro, but the Mavic is just smaller and compact. I mean, my Phantom 3 Pro case is probably the size of this bag. Now literally during the portrait session, I can just put my Mavic here. I can have my gimbal shooting. Now I want a drone shot, I can just pull my Mavic out and shoot the shot. We got 2 Cheetah stands for the light stands. I have a slider, my Libeca monopod. Love this guy. So the nice thing about this monopod, you can just click the feet down here, and now I can get some movement shots. Now if I want a stable shot and the subject is doing all the movement, now I can just lock it off and then just be focused here. I also like the flip locks versus the twist locks like my Suri monopod had. I don't like the twist locks. It's just it's not as quick. I have the Benro and a Manfrotto tripods, and then I have the new Manfrotto Beat Free tripod. I'm gonna be getting all 3 of these now. I mean, it's just smaller, lighter, compact. I'm gonna get 2 more of those and replace the other two tripods. Then we also have we use the 80B2. We'll use 2 80-200s tomorrow with a 36-inch softbox. Since the wedding's gonna be at 11 o'clock at midday, we will have to use flash, use a scrim to get rid of shadows and all that stuff. But that's what we carry with us to weddings. You know, what do you guys carry with you to weddings? You know, if you think there's anything I can change, get rid of, add to the setup, just drop a comment and let me know. If you have any questions about any of the gear and how we use it, just drop a comment and I'll answer that for you. Hopefully we'll do some behind the scenes of the wedding tomorrow so you can see how we actually use this gear. So make sure you subscribe and hit that bell button so you can get notifications when we release that video. All right, you guys have a good day. And if you're shooting a wedding tomorrow, good luck.